Hey guys, so the number one question I get all the time is if I want to open an e-commerce business and get online with my food products, how do I start selling? And what are the first few steps? Well, we're going to cover that right. Guys, alright, it is Damien from Marketing Food Online, and if you are new to Marketing Food Online, hit that subscriber button if you want to learn how to create a food product from your recipe, get a food business up and running, or start a food truck, or pretty much anything related to food businesses. That is exactly what Marketing Food Online talks about. So let's get right into it really quick. I've got a few notes here on my board. I'm going to give you 5 different tips to help you get started as an e-commerce food business, and if you've never been online, you definitely want to take it slow so you can understand the environment of having an e-commerce business, because I've owned and operated both retail as well as an e-commerce business, and they're all selling food products. So to get right into it really quick, after 11 years of doing this, I give you guys these videos to help you get through the process. So the first thing you want to do is that when it comes to creating a food e-commerce business, and if you want to rely solely upon e-commerce, right now our business has actually transitioned into 100% online. We do operate 6 stores online, and we do that for a reason, because it gives us a chance to spread ourselves out, and I never rely on one source of income when it comes to doing business online. I highly recommend, as you have probably done in the past, for about 25 years, I always relied on my paycheck and that one single source of income, and I wish I knew what I know now, probably 20 years ago. I'd probably be even more wealthier than I am now. But anyways, starting online, you need to have multiple sources of income and multiple outlets. Don't limit yourself to, hey, I just want to be on Amazon. Hey, I just want to be on eBay. Or hey, I just want to have my own website. Try to be on everything, anywhere that you can be. It does take time. This is not a video about in the next month you're going to sell $30,000 in products. That is no such thing. This is not what this channel is about. If you're looking to grow an actual business and you want to expand on it, and you want to grow that business online specifically, this is exactly what you probably be looking for. So the first thing you want to do after you have created the food product, now remember, before any of this stuff that I'm about to tell you can do, you need to have a food product ready to be sold. I would not start any of the processes I'm going to talk about before you actually have a food product. So you want to make sure you kind of work out the kinks, get your packaging. If you have to have a nutritional label, get your barcode, get anything else that you want on your packaging first. And then when you're ready to go, then you can start doing what I'm about to tell you. So right off the bat, if you want to start your own website, that is not the first step I would recommend. Why? Because you will not get traffic to your website, and you will waste money, time, and energy, and you'll get frustrated and probably give up on the aspirations of being an e-commerce entrepreneur. The first thing I would do is create stores on eBay, Etsy, and Amazon. Those are the 3 big ones. Those are the 3 big ones that I have been on for quite some time, about 11 years or so, a little bit over 10 years now. I would definitely tell you to not create your own website just yet. Should you have your own website? Yes, but there's a time and a place for it, and when you start, I would definitely not do that right off the bat. If you're new to e-commerce, the best stepping stones for you to get experience is eBay and Etsy. If you want to step into Amazon, it's a bit of a learning curve. There's a lot you really need to know and understand. The environment on selling on there is a much different place, okay? Is it something you can't do? No, you could definitely do it. I believe anyone watching this video has the ability to sell on Amazon, but you just need to learn a little bit about the e-commerce environment and having an online store. So create your eBay and Etsy store. And why I also say that is because they are very easy interfaces to interact with and work with. Interfaces being that the platform to sell on, creating a listing and such, is super, super easy. At first, when you first try it, it's going to take a few times for you to get used to it, but it's not difficult. Creating listings on Amazon and understanding that environment there is totally another ballgame. So give yourself some time, get some experience, eBay and Etsy. Then I would create your own website, okay? What that's going to do is if you think that you're going to create your own website and all of a sudden you put your products up and you're going to get a lot of sales, there's not going to be any traffic coming to that website. But if you utilize Etsy and eBay as a platform to sell on, and then you've got information on your packaging like, hey, check us out at www.candy.com or whatever, there's going to be kind of organic traffic that will come to your website. You can definitely pay a big company to create SEO and to create all kinds of wonderful tools and things for your website to get you found on Google. But that's very expensive up front. And if you're not selling anything, you're going to go in the hole and go deeper into your expenses compared to what you're actually making on your ROI. So the return on your investment for that is going to be very small, if any, at first, because nobody knows who you are. Nobody's ever bought your products, okay? So do that first and then create your own website. Now, one of the easiest ways to get exposure is social media. And that's something that definitely you could do right off the bat for beginners and for starters, and you don't need to hire some gigantic firm to do it for you. Can you do that? Of course. If you've got the budget and you want to, go ahead. But to start off with, and even to today, I do all of the social media posts. I do that early in the morning, get it out of the way, and I maintain social media presence online. I've created all of our accounts for social media. And I don't tell you this to boast about it. I tell you only because I've had to do it, because when we first started, we didn't have the budget to do it. And now that it's up and running, it's something really kind of more simplistic to run. Once it's established, it's easy to maintain. Social media can bring you ridiculous amounts of traffic if you understand how it operates. Some of the platforms work great with hashtags. A lot of other platforms work great with when it comes to like Instagram and Twitter. You have mainly Instagram, but that's a really photo-driven, image-driven type of social media. And for food, it's fantastic because if you're selling a food product, Instagram is fantastic for that because of the fact that it's really about photography. It's about images and imagery, and it is a great way to convey your product with the right photos, okay? So I'm not going to get into each individual specific social media, but I just wanted to cover that having a social media presence is going to be great. Now, the ones to be on, of course, are Facebook, Pinterest, and Twitter, LinkedIn, and I'll give you a really neat tip about LinkedIn, Instagram, and also a blog. Now, with that being said, if you create a website yourself and you do it on Weebly or you're doing it on Shopify, they have a blog feature, and I would say definitely take advantage of that. And the more information that you can actually put on a website onto a blog, which would include images and videos or anything that you've got as far as imagery is concerned mixed with text, it creates a fantastic way to promote and advertise your product. Because what's going to happen is you're going to sell stuff on Etsy and eBay and even Amazon, and people are going to look into it and say, hey, I want to find out more about this company. And then they're going to go to your website and they're going to see that blog. They're going to see all that information. It's going to be just a much better way to drive sales without actually having a blog. So a blog on the website is a fantastic addition to your site, okay? So now, right back to LinkedIn. Something that a lot of people misunderstand about LinkedIn today is the fact that you can use it as a social media platform. Of course, when it was first started, LinkedIn was more or less a way to get your resume out there, to get yourself seen by prospective employers. But it's kind of transitioned and moved into a direction of content. There's a lot of content, media content on there. And I actually use it to connect with potential businesses that my candy business can do business with, and how I've grown Marketing Food Online, the channel here, the YouTube channel, via LinkedIn by allowing myself to go the route of blogs, creating articles, creating a lot of content, bringing over videos from YouTube. All of that has brought together a lot of great exposure for us. So don't count LinkedIn out. It is a great avenue for you to promote your product or even a service. So next up would be creating a schedule to maintain the social media. And that's kind of what I touched on a little while ago. I talked in the morning. For me, the morning time is the best time to do it. I dedicate about 30 to 45 minutes in the morning. I get it out of the way and it's done. Whatever is best for your schedule, especially if you're just starting a food business online, try to create a schedule, a time frame that works really good with you. And you don't need to dedicate like hours every day. That's not how you need to do it. But you just need to stay active, maybe answer questions, interact with other groups, interact with fans, interact with people who like your page or people who've interacted with your page. A lot of this, you've got to just kind of maintain a presence. And then when you're starting off, again, you can do this yourself. Down the road, when you start to make money, there are agencies, there are people who can do it for you, and that's fantastic, okay? And they can grow it even more so. But when you're just getting it going and getting the ball rolling, it's not rocket science. It doesn't take a lot of time. Spend a little bit of time on each of those platforms, building up your social media. And then from there, you, again, can turn that over, in a sense, to you can get a freelancer to do it or an organization or a company to do that for you. And then from there, it'll grow even more, much, much bigger. Lastly, this is an idea that a lot of not only just food businesses, but a lot of businesses in general don't understand or even take advantage of, and they may not even know that it's there. But right here on YouTube, YouTube itself, there's a ton of influencers, a lot of people who love food, who love candies, who love sweets and love snacks. There are influencers who are just starting their channels and they would love to promote your product for free. Of course, you have to send it to them, but many of them are starting out very small. So even if they've got 15,000 or 50,000 or 30,000 subscribers, compared to a lot of other channels, that's still small, and they don't really charge for that when you're starting out. Now, there's some influencers that will charge thousands of dollars, but then you're getting exposure to like 1 million plus people, or even 500,000 or more. But there's a lot of influencers who are just beginning who would love the opportunity to take your food product for free, review it, and give you free exposure. So think about that as far as part of your marketing plan, the idea that you've got to advertise your food product. I don't care if it's anything from seasonings and spices to chocolate-covered bananas. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's a food product, there's probably an influencer on YouTube who would love to review it. And to be honest with you, you simply search it. Right in the top search box above this video here, there's a search box on YouTube. You can type in food subscription reviews or anything like food reviews or something like that to that effect, and it's going to pull up a ton of people who do this. You can simply contact them through their channel and offer your product. So like I said, many of them will do it for free. Many of the smaller channels will actually even do it maybe even for a very small fee. Plus, you just send them a sample of it, and you're good to go. So those 5 tips, really quick tips and pointers to give you some understanding about once you're online, what do you do? What's the next step, or what's the process to get up and running? But remember to always think big and take very small steps. So with that being said, I'll wrap it up. If this video was helpful and informative, as always, please do give me a big thumbs up. If you've got questions about the 5 items I just listed off, please do let me know down below in the description, and I will see you guys on the next video.